You ever wake up and just know it's going to be one of those days? For me, that day started with a crash loud enough to shake the fillings out of my teeth. Nope, not my alarm, but my neighbor's shiny white Escalade plowing into my trash can for the 7th time that month. 7th. This was no accident. And let me tell you, if Elizabeth Garcia, queen of suburban nightmares, thought a little property damage would scare me off, she had another thing coming. She had no idea what I was about to install. And by the end, she'd destroy herself in front of 500,000 live viewers. You think HOA drama is just about lawn height and annual dues? Buddy, wait till you hear what we found hiding in her basement. This is the kind of story that'll have you questioning every normal neighbor you ever had. Let me back up a sec. After my divorce, all I wanted was some peace, quiet evenings in Willow Creek, a place that looked like every other subdivision in America, manicured lawns matching mailboxes, folks who wave but never actually talk to each other. I thought I was buying into calm. Instead, turns out every picture-perfect lawn hides at least one lunatic waiting to go nuclear over nothing. Ours. That was Elizabeth, self-appointed compliance officer. She took that fake title more seriously than most people take their actual jobs, and God help you if your trash can wasn't magazine ready. The circus started one Tuesday morning. I'm sipping coffee about to head to work when I hear this bang outside. My first thought, garbage truck. Happens all the time. But I look out and there's Elizabeth standing beside her gleaming Escalade staring down my flipped trash can like it owed her money. I'm a pretty chill guy, so I wave, figure it's no big deal, but she gives me a look like I just asked her to lick the sidewalk. Hops in, drives off, not a word. Should have known then. Next morning, same thing. 5 a.m. crash, trash, scattered, Elizabeth lurking. And this time I catch her, she's checking to make sure nobody's watching before accidentally backing into my can. Third time's the charm. Now I know she's doing this on purpose. So I walk out trying to be a grown-up, and what does she do? Hands me a $25 citation, says my trash can disrupts visual harmony. I nearly laughed in her face. 8 years she's been compliance officer, handing out fines for ugly trash cans, mailbox paint, you name it. I spend the whole evening poring through HOA bylaws trying to figure out if any of this is even legal. Spoiler, my can's fine by city rules, but the HOA, they've got their own visual compliance code nobody tells the newbies about. Turns out Elizabeth's donated over $2,000 to landscaping, basically bought herself a right to terrorize people over nothing. From there, every morning's the same, 5:15 on the dot. Elizabeth rolls out clips my can with military precision. My daughter Sophie, she's 16, and way smarter than I was at her age, tells me, "Dad, you gotta set up a camera. Best advice I've ever gotten." That weekend I put up a basic doorbell cam. Next Monday I get it all on video, Elizabeth looking dead at the camera, smirking as she nails my can. She wants me to know. And why not? She's been untouchable for years. I take my footage to the HOA meeting, figuring case closed, right? Nope. Elizabeth uses her pull to get me fined $50 a week for unsafe trash can placement. I've got video evidence of her hitting my property, and I'm the one in trouble. That's when it hit me. This isn't just a difficult neighbor. This is power, and she's abusing it. Meanwhile, Sophie's been quietly filming Elizabeth's trash can attacks for a school project and posts a video called "My Dad versus the Neighborhood Karen." It goes local viral, neighbors I've never met start telling their own horror stories. Turns out Elizabeth's been measuring people's grass with a ruler, citing folks for mailbox paint, just making everyone's life miserable. But something in Sophie's footage catches my eye. Every morning after ramming my can, Elizabeth drives down the alley behind her house. Says she's off to the gym but never comes back the same way. Never comes back sweaty. Never with a gym bag. Something's off. Now my neighbor Lisa, 3 houses down, contractor tech whiz, and the type of woman who doesn't take crap from anybody, she's been watching all this too. Lisa's got her own Elizabeth horror stories, like the time she got cited because her porch light was 2 watts too bright. Lisa offers to help, and we rig up a whole surveillance system, cameras, audio, cloud backup, the works. Within a week, the recordings are wild dogs barking, lots of them coming from Elizabeth's basement. Our HOA has strict pet rules, and she's never registered a single animal. We count at least 12 different barks, puppies, adults, some clearly distressed. Lisa, being a tech genius, digs into Elizabeth's utility bills and finds her electric bills jump to $800 a month. She's pulled $30,000 in basement renovation permits with a ghost company, and thermal cameras show 20 heat signatures moving around down there, dog-sized. I mean, it's a full-on Scooby-Doo mystery under her house. We need real proof. So Lisa and I spent a weekend building a planter, actually a 150-pound concrete base with a hidden 360-degree camera, mics, live cellular, upload, the works. We permitted as landscaping city signs, off, no questions. When Elizabeth goes for her usual morning attack, her SUV bounces off the concrete and cracks her bumper. She's confused, tries to lift the can, falls into her own flower bed covered in dirt, all captured in high def and streamed straight to Sophie's social media. Within hours, Sophie edits together a greatest hits reel. Elizabeth's trash can rampages, the big Escalade bounce, all of it. The video goes viral in the neighborhood. People come out of the woodwork with more stories. But the biggest thing, our audio picks up not just the crash, but a full-on canine chorus in Elizabeth's basement. Now everyone's paying attention. Elizabeth freaks out. She calls in city inspectors, tries to get me cited again. No dice. Then she corners Sophie after school, threatens to have her taken away for exploitation. That's the last straw. Lisa pulls more records. Elizabeth's shell company, no business listings. $180,000 in unreported puppy sales, vet supplies by the bagful, and all of it covered up as rescue. It's a puppy mill. We call an emergency neighborhood meeting, show the thermal footage, audio fake permits, the whole circus. 30 people show up big for our usually not my problem crowd. Suddenly everyone gets it. She's been hiding something criminal for years. Elizabeth shows up with a lawyer, tries to claim we're the problem, but then big mistake, she threatens in front of everyone to eliminate the problem if we don't back off. Everyone knows what that means. She's threatening to kill the dogs. The room turns on her instantly. Next morning, Elizabeth loses it for real, comes out with a sledgehammer ready to destroy the concrete base. But every swing is live streamed and the barking is crystal clear. She goes nuts, accidentally smashes her own basement window. Now you can see cages and dozens of dogs moving inside. Neighbors, police, animal control, they all show up. Elizabeth's still screaming set up, but there's no hiding it now. Animal control and the cops go in, 27 dogs, puppies, and adults sick, neglected in a full-scale breeding operation. She's arrested on the spot, and the whole thing is being watched by 500 people online. The aftermath, news cameras, social media, Elizabeth's mugshot everywhere. She gets charged with 15 felonies, animal cruelty, illegal breeding, tax fraud, the works. The HOA reforms neighborhood comes together and a rescue org finds homes for every last dog. I even end up adopting an old golden retriever, Justice, who becomes the block's mascot. Our trash can turns into a painted memorial for the animals we saved. Sophie's footage helps prosecutors seal the case. The judge says the live-streamed meltdown proved Elizabeth cared more about control than compassion. 6 months later, the place is unrecognizable. No more crazy citations, no more fear. The new neighbors ask me about trash can rules. I just laugh and say, put it wherever you want. We've all learned the difference between real problems and made-up drama. You know, sometimes standing up to a bully is just the beginning. Sometimes it uncovers something rotten the whole town needs to see. If you made it this far, I want to know, what would you have done? Ever had a neighbor with secrets that made your skin crawl? Drop your wildest HOA or Karen story in the comments, and let's talk about what real justice looks like. Hit. Like if you believe one small act of courage can change a community, and share if you think more folks need to hear this. Because trust me, sometimes all it takes is a trash can, a camera, and a little teamwork to bring the whole house of cards crashing down.